happened on Tuesday. Minority holding parliament to ransom, hijacking parliament for a long period of time, resulting in some shoving and pushing, among others, people throwing stacks of papers at the speaker. What are your thoughts on those things that transpired?
Yes, thank you once again, and good morning to your listeners. In fact, that came to me as a surprise. People who are supposed to make law should rather understand the workings of law. So what is fair, what is just is law. That's my understanding. And even we have agreed as a country that we want to go democratic way. We should also be prepared to accept the fallout that will come with it. One of the fallouts is that you have an AP, you wake up, the law says he didn't legitimately, or he was not a legitimately elected. Go and present yourself for re-election. What is wrong with this? So I'm surprised.
So you are surprised at their conduct?
Exactly. So I don't want to use certain words, but these are honorable members that we elected to make laws for us. And we said we are democracy. And if you are democracy, you should be prepared to accept all the fallout that will come with it. One of it is either you lose an election or you win. Once you win, you thank your stars and say, well, people repose confidence on me or me. But if you lose, you go back and prepare and face the constituency or the voters again. Why will you have problem with it? The question then is the standing orders of Parliament. The clerk of Parliament was just conveying a message from a competent law, a court of law jurisdiction that has delivered a judgment and said that, look, go back and rerun. This is the issue I've identified. And the clerk of Parliament was just conveying same to Speaker of Parliament. I have read through standing of orders. I don't know where the Speaker of Parliament or clerk of Parliament violated the standing order to the extent that minority will have to do what they have done on Tuesday. So I think we are building democracy. It's a lesson. I'm sure whatever they have done, they've gone back and probably they realize that they have not done the right thing. So maybe going forward, I'm sure they will not put up such a behavior again.
It was the same thing we said when they overturned seats in Parliament during the vetting, that perhaps they won't do it again. Are you sure? And what is accounting for this kind of behavior, that they do things like this?
Probably, I think the Speaker of Parliament must be foresight in this. So he promised us that he was going to make sure all those who were responsible for that should be out. We have not heard anything from them or from him. So that is why probably they have the opportunity or whatever, how I will put it. I don't use certain words like I said. They got that opportunity to do that again. If the Speaker of Parliament had punished someone for doing what they did on 31st January 20, this year, I believe, 31st January 2025, they wouldn't have done what they have done on Tuesday again. So that is accounting for it. So I think the Speaker of Parliament must assert his position, his powers, and make sure that no member of Parliament goes scot-free when he or she finds foul of the law or violates standing orders of Parliament. So probably we, as a country, as a citizen, must fault Speaker of Parliament. The current speaker, for what minority is doing now. Because he has not taken, he has not assessed his powers. We haven't seen him taking any punishment against someone.
So
that is accounting for this.
For you, the failure to punish this kind of behavior in the past is encouraging people to take it further.
That's my position.
But the Speaker has always also insisted that there's a need to understand the dynamics of this parliament, that you have an overwhelming majority as against a small minority, that there's a need to always protect that minority.
Well, I don't see. So is he suggesting that what happened on the floor of Parliament was the cause of majority? Absolutely no. But I think the current leadership headed by Honorable Afeyomakin, they should go back to their books and learn from past leadership, like Honorable Osei Mensa and many others. So I think something fundamentally is wrong here. We may not totally our whole fault because of Parliament, but also the leadership of minorities is also a problem. There's the issue of leadership, how quality of it putting together is questionable. Mm-hmm. So that culminated into many of these that we have seen. If you can see himself the way he behaves. Yeah, so I think look many of them look up to him, and I'm sure the thing the leadership has reason for what they are doing or supports what they are doing.
You have an issue with the leadership of Alexander Afenyomakin?
Exactly. There are many of those, but his leadership style is one someone can describe as not good enough. Yes.
Not
look
good
at
enough.
The vetting committee, his posture. I mean, I don't understand. Sometimes is that a minority leader? I mean, you need to hold government to account, not to sort of like you want to belittle somebody's power, belittle somebody's leadership, somebody's position. If you look at the way he's behaved, it looks like he felt like someone is not supposed to be a majority leader. He must be a majority leader. That is what I see.
But he still goes back to the matter of the numbers, that with the kind of numbers he has, if he doesn't do certain things, nobody will pay attention to him.
Come again?
He's saying that with the numbers he has, if he doesn't take this kind of drastic steps, they will usually be easily ignored.
In 1996, Ghana was having 200 parliamentary seats. NDC had 133 or so, and MPP 66, if I remember very well. Yes. But the leadership of then GBENSUGLO, former President Akufo-Addo, and the like, Owusu Ajapo, Hakuma Owusu Ajimai, and the rest. Look, who was then the majority leader? You could not even hear majority leader's position on any issue on the floor, but accept the minority. The whole government then to account. That is what we are looking up to from what's the name? Honorable
Afenyomakin.
Afenyomakin, yes. You should learn, that's what he said, you should learn from GBENSUGLO, Hakuma Owusu Ajimai, Honorable His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, and the like 96, from 96 2000 coming, then 2025. Look, 1996, Parliament, after the close of the election, 7 January 1990, when the fifth Parliament was, I think second Parliament, I believe, yes. No, we have the first Parliament 1997 with 1993, 1992, following 1992 election, and then 1997, following 1996 election. Look, it was one of the best Parliament I ever witnessed. The minority leadership with their numbers 66 against 133. You can't even hear then majority. It was a minority every other issue on the floor of Parliament. And they held Jerry Rawlings and his administration to account. And Ghanaians actually benefited from it. That culminated into change of government in 2000. That is what we are looking up for from Honorable. If you want power, you don't behave this way. People watch you from without and say, this guy is just nonsense. Sorry for using my words. He doesn't even know what to become a minority leader. If you go back to books, read from GBENSUGLO, read from Hakuma Owusu Ajimai, and His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. These gentlemen held the then leadership to account. And their leadership started culminating into a victory for MPP. So I'm surprised.
So you're saying
Parliament to bottom ring.
You are saying he has examples to learn from.
He has 2 examples. Very good examples to learn from. I don't want to even mention the recent past one. What's the name?
I'll say Chairman Sabonsu.
Chairman Sabonsu. Chairman Sabonsu learned a lot from his senior colleagues. I don't know what is preventing this young man to learn from them. And he's turning the whole parliament to a ringing, boxing ring. Look at what they were doing.
What?
I wish you just look for a cane and line them up and start whipping. I'm sorry for using this word this morning. I'm a citizen of Ghana, and I want my parliamentarians to behave very well, my parliamentarians to formulate laws, my parliamentarians, whether minority, majority, to hold government to account. John Mahama and his team, the parliamentarian, we want them to hold Mahama and his political appointees to account. And not the sort of behavior we are seeing on the floor of parliament.
You think they should be whipped?
Come again?
You think they should be whipped for their behavior?
Exactly.
I see. But what is he getting wrong, the minority leader?
They are not holding the government to account. They are rather showing power. What I see from the way they are behaving, it's like the NDC majority they are not fit to be there. I think Honorable Martin is behaving as if Honorable Ayaraga is not fit to become a majority leader. That is what I see. He thinks that he must become a majority, but Ghana didn't decide that way. Ghana decided that the NDC, Honorable Ayaraga should be majority, and you should be minority. Accept it that way and move forward.
See. Anyway, before we let you go, the president has stated an opinion on the matter of what should happen to the Office of Special Prosecutor. Okay. There are those who will be asking for it to be scrapped. The president disagrees, says it should be given time. Do you agree with the president?
Honestly and frankly speaking, I'm a anti-corruption crusader. I don't agree with those who are calling for scrap of the office. What I think we should do as a country is to look at the office and see what has gone wrong. If the appointee, the current person, Ajabin, is not the one doing what is right, or is not doing something we think is not doing, why don't we change him? I listened to somebody was also suggesting that we should merge that office with that of Office of Public Prosecution or something, so that we make it Public Prosecution Authority. I think I agree with that person, and I also agree with the president. So I agree to his position that it's too premature. So I think that calling for the scrap of it will not help us. Rather, we should look at, is it the problem of the appointee, the one there on the seat is not the one getting it right? If he's not getting it right, why don't you get somebody who will get it right for us? So I think I agree to the position that it's too premature to call for scrap of it. And I don't support those gentlemen who are sponsoring bail for it to be scrapped. No. I think I don't support them. I'd rather go with the position with President and other colleagues or citizens who are calling for overhaul of the office. And then if we think that Kwesi Ajabin is the one not getting it right, there are many qualified people just like himself that can be put there. Yeah, so I support the position that it should not be scrapped.
Doc, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you for having me this morning, and good morning once again to you and to your listeners. Thank you very much.
Dr. GBENSUGLO BUKARI is head of Political Science Department of the University of Development Studies, joining us on the line. Nancy has some information for you.
And the Ghana Armed Forces has commenced the 2025-2026 enlistment exercise with placement of advertisements in the Ghanaian Times